Hello everyone, it's Megastan here. So here we are to talk about some more manga. So right now we're going to talk about kind of one of the mangas I supported on Sunday. If you want to see that video, is 5 volumes I bought on Sunday. Now I'm just going to do a review of one of them, Black Clover. Probably my more favorite. I'm still reading Vinland, and Vinland's really awesome, just halfway through it. But I'm going to talk about Black Clover just because a lot of people are into this right now, and it's kind of like similar to Naruto themes. And I would say fairy tale. Kind of a mash of them too. And that's why I heard of it. I heard it was like Naruto, but I would actually digress against that. I would say in the very beginning was like Naruto. We had your Sasuke Uchiha type character who was named Yunu, and your main character called Asta, who was kind of like Naruto, kind of same goal sets. Both of them were like Naruto and Sasuke. But then, as you get further along, you start to realize that they actually have a bond, they're actually close, and they actually have a friendly competition. And it's a much better than Sasuke, who's kind of just like emo. I'm not a big fan of Sasuke. I'll tell you that. I'm a huge non-fan of Sasuke. I like Naruto as a series. I just don't like Sasuke as a character. I don't think what happens to him should make him driven enough to do the things he does. And I believe he's just a whiny little bitch sometimes. So I like this character because he's just more friendly, you know. He grew up with Asta, so he actually wants him to succeed, and he wants him to grow, and he wants him to be able to be his rival, because as we know, Yuno is so gifted and so talented that he's just above everyone else his age, or so they say, and he even gets, in this volume, I'm doing a whole review of this volume, in this volume he gets his grimoire, and basically the grimoire unleashes your magic potential and unlocks new abilities, and he gets a 4-clover grimoire, which apparently is something legit, and it's something that only the Magic Kings get. And that reminds me, the Magic Kings. Basically, the Magic Kings are similar to like Hoge's, so that it's like in the village, and the Magic King is the #1 wizard, just like the Hokage is the #1 ninja. And so that's why some people are making these similarities. I don't really think they're warranted. I think that, yeah, there is some similarities, and yeah, the Mage Guild that Asta goes into is similar to Fairy Tail in the rough aspect, and how they're always fighting each other and always getting along. And there's some similarities there, don't get me wrong. He's obviously maybe inspired by these, but it differentiates itself in that the main character, Asta, actually has no abilities. He has 0 talent, he has 0 magic right from the get-go. And later on in this volume, he discovers that he actually gets a grimoire. At first, he doesn't get one. At first, there is no grimoire for him. There's no grimoire to be seen. And he's absolute no talent, no magic, can't even fly on a broom, which the people said was the most basic of things, and almost everyone could do it. Everyone could fly on a broom, at least levitate. But he couldn't, not at all, not even make the broom go up. So he gets a grimoire. It's a black grimoire, 5 clovers. So I don't know what the 5 clovers mean, if it means it's stronger than the 4 clover one. I really doubt it. I kind of just think it means basically an anti-clover. And so it seems like it can repel magic, and it can slice through magic. His grimoire morphs into like a giant sword, and so if he blocks it like this, it repels magic, but if he slashes through it, it destroys the magic, which is very good in a magic world. And also the main character has been physically training himself, because he knows he couldn't do magic, so he's been physically training himself to the extreme in order to be able to take on wizards, even though he didn't have magic. So now that he has his sword, his speed was so fast, someone even proclaimed in the wizard tournament that he has to see which guild he goes to, basically thought he was using speed enhancing magic because he was so fast. So that was just right there, shows you how far beyond everyone else he is physically. And this may lead him to being kind of like a magic slayer, I can see, because he has no magic, but he can cut through it. He's stronger, and he's just physically way above every single wizard. And I'm sure that I actually hope that this physicality of him keeps on ramping up as the series progresses. I hope that if there's time skips or if there's training montages, I hope they focus on his physical ability, because that's what I think this character is about. I really want to see him struggle physically and show those wizards that he can work harder than them, and he can surpass his human limitations to surpass these mystical limitations that the wizards have. And so I think it's a very interesting idea that the author is going that way. And in doing so, this character is a lot different than Natsu, who's just naturally gifted, is just power up whenever he wants, and different than Naruto, who again, at the very beginning, he's not gifted, but he obviously is gifted because he was the 4th Hokage's son, which then you're kind of like, okay, he was supposed to be Hokage from the start. He was he was gifted. Naruto was gifted, and this character, it's nice to see kind of like a Rock Lee character be a protagonist, and that's what I think makes it different. Other than that, the guild he joins is completely hilarious, and it's nice when he finally gets some recognition. It's nice when people start finally noticing him, and there was some shit going down at the end with some type of ice guy. He could shoot blizzards and shoot ice. Main character can slice through it, but it seems like there's a limit to the main character, because obviously he relies on his physical ability, so if magic's too fast, he can't react to it. It already kind of explained that weakness and kind of went over it. Overall, really love this series. I would recommend it to people. I'm going to keep on buying the volumes as they come out, and I'll probably review the volumes as I read them. So I know that's kind of behind this scenario, but at least you get a whole volume review instead of just a chapter review every week. And that's kind of what I'm going to do with Black Clover. So really love the series, really recommend it. I read it from start to finish. Very interesting characters, very interesting protagonist, very interesting rival because he's not a little bitch, and he actually cares about the protagonist. He's lived with him his whole life, and he actually cares. Unlike Sasuke and Naruto, where Sasuke and Naruto lived each other the same life. They shared similar sufferings, but yet they somehow couldn't understand each other, which is bullcrap, because they should have been the most closely related individuals, and Sasuke just had a very poor mentality and a very weak personality, in my opinion, and because of that, I really like that it digressed away from that, because I thought it was going to go through the same route, and I'm really glad it digressed away from that, because I really did not like Sasuke as a character. And yeah, so that's kind of my opinions on Black Clover. If you have any more discussions to talk about, please leave them down below in the comments below, and I will have a look at them. So thank you, everyone, and make it stand out.